What the hell?
Hey, welcome guys! In today's video, we're diving into the 10 most terrifying horror games you can play right now on PC and PS5. So let's jump right into the darkness. Starting with number 10. Madison. We start off with a game that feels like you're trapped in someone else's nightmare. In Madison, you play as Luca, who wakes up locked in a room with blood on his hands and a demonic camera in front of him. Sounds creepy enough? Trust me, it gets worse. This game doesn't rely on cheap scares. Instead, it builds dread slowly. You walk through narrow hallways, the sound design makes you feel like something is always just behind you. And the camera? Yeah, it's not just for pictures. It connects you to the supernatural. Every flash reveals more than you want to see. As you uncover the dark past of your family, you start realizing you're not alone. And the deeper you go, the more real it feels, almost like the game is messing with you personally. This is psychological horror at its finest. Number 9. Layers of Fear. Art can be beautiful, but here, it's pure madness. In Layers of Fear, you step into the shoes of a painter losing his sanity. The mansion is alive, bending reality as you move through it. One moment you're in a hallway, blank, and suddenly the walls shift. Doors disappear, and the paintings stare back at you. What makes this game unique is that the horror isn't about monsters chasing you. It's about the fear of losing your mind. You're constantly asking, what's real and what's just a hallucination? The visuals are gorgeous but disturbing. The sound design makes you paranoid, and every time you think you understand what's happening, the game twists it again. It's slow, it's creeping, and it's unforgettable. Number 8. Amnesia, the Bunker. Being alone in the dark is already terrifying, but being trapped in a World War I bunker, hunted by a creature that never stops, that's a new level of fear. Amnesia the Bunker gives you a single lantern with limited fuel and says, good luck. Every sound you make can attract the monster. Open a door too loud, it hurt you. Shoot your gun, it's coming. Stay in the dark too long, now you're panicking. What makes this game brutal is that there's no scripted safety. The monster is always roaming, reacting to what you do. You're constantly balancing between searching for supplies and staying quiet enough to survive. It's a game of pure tension, where silence is both your best friend and your worst enemy. Number 7. The Outlast Trials. If you thought the original Outlast was terrifying, wait until you're thrown into the Outlast Trials. This time, it's not just a solo nightmare. You're a test subject in a twisted Cold War experiment. You wake up in a facility where everything is designed to break you. Brutal doctors, insane patients, traps, and psychological torture around every corner. What makes it even more intense? You can play with others. But co-op doesn't make it easier. In fact, it sometimes makes it worse. Imagine hearing your friend scream as he's dragged away while you hide, powerless to help. It's paranoia, teamwork, and betrayal rolled into one disturbing package. Outlast was scary alone, but here, the horror is multiplied. Number 6. Alan Wake 2. Sometimes, horror doesn't just chase you, it writes itself into reality. In Alan Wake 2, you're stuck between two worlds, Alan, trapped in a nightmare dimension, and Saga, an FBI agent investigating ritual murders. The game constantly blurs the line between fiction and reality. Every shadow hides a secret. Every word in Alan's writing changes the world around you. The atmosphere is thick, almost cinematic. Small towns, dark forests, eerie cabins, it's like living in a Stephen King novel. The combat isn't just about shooting, it's about using light itself as your weapon. Every encounter feels like a battle against something you can't fully understand. By the end, you're not just scared, you're questioning what's real at all. Number 5. The Callisto Protocol Space. Isolation, and something lurking in the shadows. Sounds familiar? That's because the Callisto Protocol takes inspiration from Dead Space, but makes it even grittier. You play Jacob Lee, a prisoner on Jupiter's dead moon, except this prison isn't just metal and bars, it's crawling with mutated horrors that used to be human. The game is brutal, up close and personal. Instead of giving you tons of guns, it forces you into melee combat, feeling every hit, every crunch of bone. The gore is realistic, the environment's claustrophobic, and the enemies unpredictable. Every hallway feels like it's one step away from being your tomb. It's survival horror turned into a raw, relentless fight for life. Number 4. Resident Evil 4 Remake. When you think survival horror, Resident Evil 4 always comes up. And the remake? It's a masterclass in bringing classic horror into the modern era. You play Leon S. Kennedy, sent to rescue the president's daughter in a remote European village. Sounds like a simple mission, but the second you step in, you realize the villagers aren't normal. They're aggressive, cult-like, and they never stop coming. The game mixes tension, action, and atmosphere perfectly. Tight corridors, sudden ambushes, boss fights that feel impossible, every encounter pushes you to adapt. The remake makes everything sharper, the environments, the enemies, even the fear itself. It's not just nostalgia, it's survival horror perfected for a new generation. Number 3. Resident Evil Village. Continuing the story of Ethan Winters, Resident Evil Village throws you into one of the most atmospheric settings ever, a gothic village lost in time. Every corner feels alive with danger. From the eerie woods to Lady Dimitrescu's towering castle, each area is its own horror story. One moment you're fighting werewolves in the snow, the next you're solving puzzles in a creepy dollhouse that feels straight out of your worst childhood dream. What makes this game shine is its variety. Every area has its own theme, its own enemies, and its own way of terrifying you. And through it all, the story keeps pulling you forward, driven by Ethan's desperate search for his daughter. It's haunting, beautiful, and terrifying all at once. Number 2. Dead Space Remake. When it comes to horror in space, nothing compares to Dead Space. In the remake, you step back into the role of Isaac Clarke, an engineer stranded on the mining ship Ishimura. Only this isn't just a derelict ship, it's a floating nightmare filled with necromorphs, twisted corpses that stalk you through the corridors. The genius of Dead Space is in its atmosphere. The ship feels alive, every sound echoing down the hallways, every shadow moving just enough to make you doubt yourself. Combat isn't about headshots, it's about dismemberment. You have to strategically cut off limbs just to survive. And the further you go, the darker the truth becomes. This isn't just horror, it's the gold standard of survival horror done right. Number 1. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And at number 1, we have the game that redefined modern horror, Resident Evil 7. This was the moment Capcom brought the franchise back to pure terror. You're Ethan Winters, searching for your missing wife. That search leads you to the Baker family home, and from the second you step inside, you know something is horribly wrong. The Bakers aren't just villains, they're unpredictable nightmares. Jack bursting through walls, Marguerite crawling on ceilings, Lucas setting twisted traps. Each encounter is unforgettable. The switch to first person makes it intimate, raw, and terrifying. You don't feel like you're watching a horror movie, you feel like you're trapped in one. By the end, you're exhausted, relieved, but also amazed at how immersive the nightmare truly was. Resident Evil 7 isn't just a game, it's an experience you'll never forget.